You know, sHArlIN, let me tell you something. sHArlIN Temple, listen to me. Even though I know y'all were the priests that the Bible spoke about in Exodus, you know, you Pharisee ass stupid individuals when you came to fucking martial arts, you dumbass motherfuckers and shit. But ninjas, listen to what I'm telling you. You see, the girl in this house is gonna end up killing the girl that's over here. I'm not gonna show you this, but this girl right here. You don't see it, but she lives next door to a place that already marked that said Pacific, and then the girl that's in the house, the truck that's parked in front of the Pacific house, the girl that's living in the house that says Pacific, is the biohazard debris of the chemistry of the water that fucked up the Pacific Ocean, of the deterioration. So the truck marked Pacific is just marking her a certain type of way in front of the house. But she's there to kill the natural current of the reality a certain type of way. So she's using the girl that they're marking that's in the other White House is using this girl because the girl. Let me take a walk and explain something to you. Oh, you remember what I told you about the other thing before? And I was like, the song that you didn't believe me, right? I said, if you don't believe me, just watch. If you don't believe me, just watch. Do you don't believe me, just watch. If you don't believe me, just watch. You know, the nigga that sound like Purple Rain and shit. Or, the other nigga that come out through the wall and the Diet Pepper commercial is the sweet one. And, you know, the Michael Jackson situation I was speaking about with the ninjas. But listen to what I'm going to tell you. Listen to this. I'm actually going for a walk, so I don't want to be around people that's going to cause other people death. Or also because of this guy right here, too. Remember I told you his car's right there. You probably don't see it's a white little car, but you'll see what I'm speaking about soon. Okay. A person says, "Yo, what's going on? Let me explain something to you, man. You know, you remember the other night I told you some dogs ran up on me, and when the dogs ran up on me, I was like, yo, how the fuck I'm explaining something to China and dogs ran up on me with wild hormones from another nigga at a time and speaking about the elements, right? The girl that's in the house across the street, there's a car that says Pacific. They're sitting in front of another girl's house that's the deterioration of the ocean that look like Siobhan Swans. She looks like the girl from Green Lantern. The one that caused the ocean of Asia to be green and deteriorated at a time, and her chemistry that does it, of her witchcraft, of the biohazard debris, of the rape of another individual at a time that through they knew root science when it came to the 10 jewel empresses, but it was a guy named Rags Edgeblade and Shield that used the root science that went to deteriorated Asia's water because a rape they committed a long time ago. The girl inside the house that I'm in is like a ball grease, using her ball grease, her skunk flared crotch with the fucking dildo and shit that already tried to upset individuals' habitation naturally. She want to assassinate the I think they probably trying to assassinate the Colombian. It seems like an outside connect that just mad and that just wants to take over individuals and just trying to cut individuals off from getting money. Her boyfriend is an individual that looks like the guy from Footloose and shit. And then the nigga wants to sex the girl that the girl with the Pacific truck is they're marking the girl with the deteriorating ocean, that her Pacific truck that does it a certain type of way, the Pacific truck is staying in front of her to reflect of what's going on with her in at a time. And then next thing you know, the girl's boyfriend that I'm living in the house with is using a dildo because he's sexing all of them because he's doing some Luciferian magic and so trying to fuck up the elements, and he's sexing all of them and he's trying to break into the elements. But the thing is, there's another girl girl that drives like this black car. You know, there's a lot of people that drive pickup trucks, but she drives a black car over here somewhere, and then he already wants to he's showing off to be with her a certain type of way, because he's thinking if he gets in a confrontation with me, I'm gonna finish him. I'm the real route. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just gonna let you know right now. But you know, I'm just gonna be real. It's just like he wants to deal with the girl because there was an ancient. You remember the story I told you about the birds and stuff, and then individuals was mad because they wanted to kill the Moon Emperor. They wanted to kill the Moon Empress. There's a movie that I literally did with my wife at the time, and this is for Jet Li's completion, and he had to learn about the sun magic and certain things, and then the people of the dragon the dragon sorcerer, his brother, was mad because his brother was from a calendar of era, and then as he was continuing his magic, he became in like the dragon or certain type of situations, and then you know, a funny type of situation, and Moonland, you know, that played in the dragon, what is it, the dragon emperor Moonland. She's the one that played in the movie The Dragon Emperor. The Dragon Emperor, The Return, and then she put the scrolls up, and then you know, all the mummies and bone individuals came out and all type of that's Moonland and shit. But you know, a person says, how do you know all this? I recognize my daughter in the paradigm of time, but she might not recognize me. That's the difference, you know. And she happens to be one of the individuals that was around during the time my wife, the Moon Empress, was here. And then the time we were conducting certain things. And then my other wife, the Inner Celestial Empress, dealing with Jet Li, when sHArlIN Temple came to me and he wanted to kill her. And because, you know, at the time, I'm the real East Ming, North Ming, West Ming, South Ming. I'm the Southeast Ming. I'm the East North Ming. I'm the Northeast West Ming, and also Northwest Ming. And I'm also South and Northeast South Ming of the Upper West. So another person's like, what are you talking about? I'm just telling you who I am in all points of your reality and all intricacies all in between, because I made all those empresses. And I'm the real Ming himself. E-Ming. They call me E-Ming, Emerald Ming. You know, the real Ming himself. But, you know, the reason of the dignity and signature of Ming. And Ing also. And I'm speaking as far as myself. If you want to speak on somebody else, I'm just telling you, updating you on certain things you need to know for yourself. Listen to this. This is how we're getting spied on, though. Because if a person goes for a walk, why should they be comfortable, right? This must be. I'm gonna tell you just now. Let me walk a little further. Hold on, for these people who can't hear me, because that's the way they doing the situations to fuck people up. Is I guess they're using the music. So now, let's be real about a situation, all right? So, a person says, what is going on? Hold up, I got people watching me still. So, you have your funny individual. This is how Aaron Light, the calendar of era, during the time of Jet Li situation, tried to spy because during the time they wanted to steal the I Ching document, I had to get in a certain type of confrontation with individuals for the individuals to learn the lessons of the document because of the scrolls that they wanted to steal, and because of me giving Asia her piggyback ride, a certain type of way, acknowledging of her easy ride of her education, individuals, so here we go, your individuals and stuff already wanted to cause the false reality, and just wanted to fuck up individuals' habitation. So let me just tell you straight up. So individual says, what happened? And look at that. We happen to be on you wouldn't even believe where I'm saying. Yeah, listen, I'll show you this. But you wouldn't believe where I'm at a certain type of way. But one day you'll figure it out. But anyway, so one day, dealing with the elements and stuff, individuals went and got at me when I was at sHArlIN Temple with my wife conducting certain things, and they tried to kill me because they wanted to kill the MooN Empress, but they tried to wound me at the time just to kill the MooN Empress at the time because they were mad at certain situations that was going on, and other individuals wanted to know magic, other people were voting, they wanted to know higher things in the elements, and then you had a bitch in the paradigm of time using element magic trying to hide in the time that we are in now, gyrating with dildos with her stink foul pussy chemistry with her boyfriend upstairs from where I'm at, and then trying to kill individuals a certain type of way, causing penetration, deteriorating. If a person's at a high point of altitude, longitude, latitude, and then they do an element science, and then they're disregarding the reason of learning the quality of the element and not caring about individuals' habitation, and then causing individuals to die a certain type of way. It's just like a bitch playing with a dildo and she causing a gunshot a certain type of. These are the people that's killing international security, but arrange for international security to have me in a position so they could kill international security. That I don't know if they're trying to show off. A person's playing good cop, bad cop when they're both bad. Other people are bad cops, and I'm the real honesty that taught the intellect to even be a officer of upright, but they're abusing the habitation of the education that I showed them, and then on top of it, you have a person abusing the elements, but the girl that I'm living in the house with is with the girl across the street where they market with the Pacific truck they're trying to kill the girl with the pickup truck. It don't even matter because to come to find out is her boyfriend dick problem. It's gonna be a certain situation of a point of reflection of anatomy and light of stars, and then they're gonna have a dick problem. The individual's gonna cause a dick problem for the rest of the stars. And then look at this. Look, here we go. Look, you see? Individual that's just cutting through the parking lot and probably trying to get to my block a certain type of way. And then on top of it, I call it, Shadow Clan, I'm just gonna be real with you. I'm just gonna be, I already done told you certain things. Your homeboy came over here, he already acknowledged and did the wrong thing. Your other homeboy, you ever had a person that comes and then they're settled a certain type of way, and at the time they're there, a person sees an opportunity to do certain things and they do certain the wrong things in the chemistry, and then you looking at the girl that's using the natural vacuum as a suction, and then I be noticing that they're using the vacuum as magic, like a suction and shit, but I guess they're directing the Shadow Clan, because if the inner tube of the vacuum is black, and then a person's trying to suck something up, and then they're saying they're doing something to the Shadow Clan, they're just causing the Shadow Clan to receive a form of deterioration, and then on top of it, that must be how they manipulate in the Shadow Clan science for people to break inside the Shadow Clan, and the Shadow Clan is thinking that they got people naturally a certain type of way, and it's just people that's manipulating the natural elements that's just fucking up the Shadow Clan a certain type of way, and then individuals know about it, and then look at your ball grease train nigga right down there, see? If you got the lens, the train is passing, so the ball grease of the train nigga and shit, that's just fucking up the conduct. Same thing like I told you with the elements that they were losing in New York with the train station with the black element in New York. When it vibrates, you had star beams passing out, but the individuals don't even realize the reason why they're passing out, because it's still killing the shadow clan at the same time. But how would you manipulate the shadow clan to kill themselves, to cause deterioration to their own consciousness? And when a shadow clan is about more uplight and more a more higher reality, but you had individuals that fucked them up using the elements. So some people are using the wrong elements, that's fucking up the shadow clan. And then you have certain people learning element science that doesn't care, because the element that's in their hands is being used a certain type of way. So the direction of the mentality, of the point of reflection of anatomy, of the cellular structure, of the DNA, of the matter, is already directing the force of the wrong consciousness a certain type of way, and it's fucking up the force of the shadow clan, when the shadow clan is more upright people. But another person not seeing that, because they're getting what? They're going after the shadow clan scrolls. Okay, there you go. You know, certain things that's happening in the paradigm, another person has to figure certain things out, and another person is being lackadaisical, that's causing the wrong type of conduct and the wrong type of climate in one's habitation, that's causing hurtful reality in one's habitation of one's chemistry of natural conditioning, and then that's interfering with them learning the magic precisely to how they're supposed to learn the magic. But hey, so, you know, let's just be real about the situation, because another person doesn't want an individual to realize certain things, and then they're doing something that's already fucked up. 1:55 a.m., March 12th, 2019, 25:62. Still going. Video is 16 minutes and change. Yo, listen, let me show you how real this is. So, look at this. So the parallel reality of the push and pull that was just happening a certain type of way, and other people trying to manipulate it, thinking that they know science and chemistry, but it's other people just wasting time. Because if a person doesn't really care, and you already have the main consciousness of a chick abusing the element in the house, well, I'm in the house, and then she doesn't even care about her pussy, how is the consciousness of the individual? And the bitch already knows magic. So how does the consciousness of the individuals, that is, when there's an order of command, there's me, the consciousness, then the empress is a certain type of way. But if you have a bitch wearing the empress like a dress, who's causing the disturbance in the reality, causing it's just like having a gate or a reGArd or a security guard, and it's causing the security guards to collapse because they're causing the static interference for they could do some more bullshit fucked up and then fuck up individuals in a natural habitation where there's just elements, so there's not really too much cameras and stuff for certain things. But people at another time sequence, there's more cameras, so she's causing a disturbance and actually killing the individuals of the real clans, because she's trying to get away with the information and manipulating it a certain type of way, because she's already causing the natural deterioration. Because why? I'm the real Rod, the real Osiris, and then you got the wrong people that I'm not even attracted to, that's already sexing and using another nigga as an habitation and causing ball grease. You know, the reasons of ball grease and the reasons of medication at a point in time. Look at this car pulling up right here, man. Causing a certain type of reality in a paradigm of time that's fucking up individuals' consciousness. But this is an individual that just came to do what? Look, here we go. Wasting gas and time, and I'm walking, and these are people reflecting on elements, vibrating a certain type of way, just wasting other people's time, and then I'm trying to warn individuals ahead of time. If you don't believe me, just watch. But anyway, you'll see how your life is going. It's just like a person wearing you out. It's like, you ever had a person that's a natural deterioration into naturally in chemistry? They're not even attractive in the physical reality to the habitation. And the girl inside the house already looks like, she reminds me of Shay. Matter of fact, not even Shay. She reminds me of, Shay. A certain type of way. A person say, why you said Shay? Because Lay's really something else. A person tell you Shay, but she really reminds me of Rag's mother a certain type of way. But if her hair was dyed, if her hair's looking like that, because, you know, Rag's mother looked really like Liv a lot too. But you wouldn't be able to tell the difference because one of them would try to look different. But she reminds me of Rag's mother, really age, but, you know, where would you find age at a certain time? There's a certain type of ball grease way and stuff. But a person that's causing deterioration to the elements in the physical reality, and that'll be causing a certain type of situation. Because if you have an individual inside and they're using elements, remember the 10 astrological empresses with element jewel empresses, really jewel empresses, but they also knew about elements because the elements already regarded the reason of their habitation of their quality at a time. The elements regarded it. So what would be causing the manipulation in element side? Who would be playing them and getting close to them? A person that was skilled in element side. And then 10 jewel astrological empresses were skilled in element science, also an element ninja craft, even when it came to their martial arts. That's how nice they were. They were jewels. So if you have an individual that's already causing that type of situation, who would have caused it? But it would have been a sex machine from before that other people manipulated. And after he done dropped it's like, so like the television show H&L. After he done dropped his ball grease to his H&L show, what would he be doing? He'll be running around like Goofy, sounding like some more fucked up individual, or sounding like the nigga on Supernatural that they call Lucifer, and then on top of it, and just fucking up reality and shit, Another person fucking up reality. And on top of it, he'll be moving with other individuals doing the same thing a certain type of way. But you gotta remember, the 10 astrological jewel empresses' sons made oaths to aid Shayla and live a certain type of way also that had to be fulfilled. And after they got violated, they disrespected their mom, they took an oath of regardment, but they got so comfortable, they started using them as slothful activity for pussy, and then they didn't realize that was what caused the destruction for Rags Edge Bleeding Shield when they killed the 12 and they tried to kill the 12 and the 10, because they misguided their antenna to their receptiveness of their comfortability to their sacredcy. That's how they were able to infect their mind and kill them. So in the paradigm of time, it's just like them drinking alcohol or wine that caused disturbance to their anatomy. They're not going to realize what's going on because their energies are really going to try to cause disturbance. And if they're not doing martial arts a certain type of way and fall into order, so they're going to fall victim to the physical reality. And I think these bitches know that, and with the other social economic individuals, but they just want virtual reality pussy for the future. Them other individuals, they're just thinking about virtual reality dick suck because you're greaseball niggas. They're just trying to hustle and get money. They're saying they were from another astrological tree, and then this how come they got their time wasted for other people This is the excuse of other individuals. Those are the excuse of other individuals that caused the galactical war and the fall of certain stars in the first place, because they just wanted to try out certain other things. And they were just so vindictive because they didn't have their mother's stone a certain type of way with other individuals. So they went out doing malicious acts. And then you had individuals that were so intricate that used to have a stone, lost their stones, had to go find their stones. Well, they had to go find it because I'm a little different with situation, but they had to go find their stones. And then on top of it, then they were already fallen because their mother didn't want them because they couldn't regard their mother, so they wasn't real to the habitation. And the next thing you know, their vindictive mentality, malicious intent through time, then they were just trying to fuck up other individuals that were star beings, trying to get their stone, and then magic, and then being reconditioned through time, hiding like a bunch of private assassins that was just, it's just like a bunch of kids that go to school, learn chemistry, and then just start killing niggas a certain type of way. They just don't care and shit. And that's how they just move through time and shit. And then on top of it, as soon as a person get out of hand a certain type of way, they just play the backfill and just murdering niggas without niggas even realizing it a certain type of way, how they do it. And next thing you know, nobody cares. And then a person like, a chick that do certain things like that, those are the type of people that will end up killing the SEALs. Like, you ever heard Navy SEALs? Those would be type of people that would end up killing the Navy SEALs. But a person would think they're down with them, and then they're just looking at the person like a hindrance or a burden, or just a hookup when they get a letter and a phone call at a time, and then they're just taking care of their situation a certain type of way. And the next thing you know, all type of situations happen. But you got to watch people's mentality through time. And I know about this because soon as I spot certain individuals, soon as they react towards me a certain type of way, and their mentality, even if they act kind and act like an asshole or sarcastic, sarcastic, like they're more better than an individual. The reason why they learn the education is because of me. So I would naturally know, because they probably did so much wrong. It's gonna seem like there's so much upright in a society, but I'm gonna probably just want to put a natural stomp into their fucking reality because they offended me in so much anatomy and matter that it's gonna be easy for me to detect them and get rid of them. But that's what they're scared of. So this is why I'm probably not driving, and this is probably what caused your natural social economic votes that was gonna kill the Moon Empress, because, and also the Empress of the birds, because they were flying too high at a high altitude. So their refreshment to the chemistry of the air, they would have knew the difference. So they probably went after the birds, and then that's why they wanted chicken. But anyway, I don't want to have to tell you everything though. But hey, too bad, man. You know, good for you. Should have listened to me. sHArlIN Temple, Ninja Galaxy. Should have listened to me. Your homegirl with the black car that's on my block is kind of high. She's gonna end up getting murdered because the girls that's in my house. The other girls, the guy that's in the house, her boyfriend, the girls that's in my house, he seems like he wants to already fuck up my life, because I was thinking about my wife the other day, and he says, I'm gonna ruin that relationship he has also. The nigga was already speaking like he was drunk, like the fucking, he was like sHArlIN live, like the spiritual empresses, the anatomy or the magic of the martial art blows they gave individuals through the paradigm of time is still reacting through them and vibrating through their anatomy and chemistry, because once you hit a star a certain type of way, it has a natural reaction through their vibration, especially if they're not me, I'm the man that made it existent, but if they're not me, it's gonna vibrate in their chemistry a certain type of way, and then you're gonna realize through their conduct of their mentality and their reality is gonna seem kind of off at time, like they're being devious, but it's just a bunch of fuck ups that just couldn't hold down this own physical reality at a time, and then another person just got the best of them, and then the bitch was such an assassin, the bitch wanted to get rid of herself to make sure she got rid of them niggas at a certain time, because that's how much she hated the jewel empress of love. But anyway, but I don't gotta tell you, little ball grease niggas that just want to jump on my YouTube and screen like there's some marking situation, but we'll catch them at the gas station or in between a certain type of way at a time, because they just turned up the next block right there. But hey, man, you don't gotta believe me or not, man. Good for you. International security. Yo, I'm saving international security life like an outside source, but in the same type of way, it's not even worth it, because they seem like people that doesn't want to be saved. Because let me tell you something, if a chick uses elements and she doesn't want to be with a soulmate, and then she's already having sex, imagine if she was some jukebox or some jug bitch that was put away by an empress of some special magic, like on some Sorcerer's Apprentice. You ever seen the movie? And then, but on another level, on some Sorcerer's Apprentice shit, a jukebox bitch, and then next thing you know, another a stupid bitch go having sex with other niggas she not supposed to have sex with, and she's another man. She's my soulmate, and my soulmates are literally a certain height requirement. So she's my soulmate, and in the paradigm of time, don't let a bitch know like Titan magic, and then she try to be bigger than what she is to manipulate individuals. That's even more of a penny assassin, a certain type of way now. And then a chick be my soulmate, and then she starts escorting her for hookers in a mentality, or a nigga already had to do something wrong. So her trying to fight the martial art blow from another individual, or the empress that did magic to put her in her place, for she could know she would never be more than the empress. And then her mentality trying to even be mad at the empress, like she wants to be more than the empress, and then meeting another guy that's trying to tell her to feel like she should be more than the empress. And in the paradigm of time, in the sequence, when the empress that's put her in her place should be ruling at a certain time, or the time done past, the pressure of the reality is fucking up her mentality to the chemistry, her chemistry and her physical reality, feeling like she should be more than the empress. And then the deterioration on top of it gotta manifest in the physical reality of another man that's gonna try to penetrate her sacredcy. That's not her soulmate when I'm her soulmate. And then next you know, he'll be putting the wrong chemistry in her, causing the wrong chemistry reaction, making her life harder. And then next thing you know, she just be a broke, stupid hooker, stink pussy, draw mustard bitch. And then next thing you know, and then she'll probably want to be in a black diamond. But by then, you should have knew better. And I don't want, it's 2019, I ain't gonna want you fuck up my quality. So I don't give a fuck about you, bitch. So I'm just gonna be a real. So, you know, since you like being with ball grease niggas and you just wanted to give other niggas intentions, you had other niggas voting, why ain't you really, every time they niggas tell you to go do something to me, why don't you turn around and look at them niggas like you should have murdered them niggas anyway? but they probably done ran a train on you, probably because they probably done partied, got in your pussy, didn't care, ran a train on you. So their blow or their martial arts will even be more to what you could do to them a certain time. But how you gonna get back at a niggas that's already killing you, even in sexual, and they don't even give a fuck about you, and they're deteriorating your sacredcy between your legs. I'm your soulmate that refined the sacredcy between your legs, and then you can't. They put such a block on you, you couldn't even get to me. Ain't that fucked up? But no, you being a stupid bitch because another bitch didn't know her physics and her chemistry and didn't realize her martial art. Too bad for you. And then you wake up with a quality, could escape this shit, and then you want some casino drug stupid bitch, and then I'll see you doing nothing for a nigga a certain type of way. And at the time, I'm looking at niggas arriving and then niggas coming up with reason just to kiss ass and all type of shit, manipulate, stalling, buying time, and then confusing the chemistry to your reality, your consciousness, because they're buying time, wasting time, and then on top of when you're supposed to be doing certain things for a real nigga, showing a perfect example is that you being a dumb bitch, and then it's not worth it at a time because of some of you, and I'm not gonna go out my way for some of you because of a certain type of mentality. And another nigga wants me to lead that mentality a certain type of way because you're gonna have to go out your way for me. I ain't gonna go out my way for you at all. Because why? I have higher wives as the reason of your consciousness. If I be stressed out, bothering with your stupidity of the little ignorant things that you cause to yourself, there'll be no fixing the situation when I gotta make sure my conduct and my conscience is on point, and I already got shot in Boogie Night, you dumb bitch. In the head, and yo, listen. So you figure that out, bitch. With your little, matter of fact, with your little irritation crotch, because them niggas that keep showing up, wasting your time, is the reason why your panties probably itching or your pussy smells a certain type of way. With your fragrance, or the reason why you're in a certain predicament in your life when you could have been on a different equality, or they probably been certain places where they snuck in like rats. Fucked up the reason of your element reflection because they probably already try to break through, tell you they're gonna show you the way how they fucked you up, fucked you. It's just like a nigga, it's like having a room that's 4 walls and perfect element. Then the rat nigga bores a hole through the shit, causes a problem in the reflect. A chick learn element magic, and then a nigga bores a hole through the 4 walls of your element magic, whereas the element that reflects past, present, and future, and then the nigga bores a hole through your element magic, so he gonna show you the way, and then he has you fuck yourself to the way he fucked you up in the first place by just boring the hole that's what fucked you up because he'd already been deteriorated and passed through mad deterioration and been everywhere and led the chemistry to your element, to your physical reality, your humane condition of the reason of your regard and of the reason of the walls of your element, fucked up your element with dirty hands and all type of dirty chemistry, bored a hole, made you weak at a point, and then he kept it moving and told you to seep through the hole with him, and then next thing he gonna show you the way. He ain't gonna show you no way, he's just gonna show you the way he fucked you, and then next thing you know, he fucked you real good because now you followed the nigga deep in the hole to the way he got to fuck you in the first place. So that'll make you even a more dumb bitch. So be careful to the people you already come in contact with. I don't wanna have to correct your mentality. And you don't wanna be fucking with niggas that's not your soulmate, because that type of chemistry will make you can't even breathe when you smell open your own legs. And that's just real. So you think about that. And that also goes out. Special shout outs to Justine Sealy and your homeboys that used to go to your other high school that you knew that you used to talk so high about that you didn't even realize how they even tried to fuck you at a time.